Yes, it can be. Noise is going to stick with the Force Commander actually, but Toilailee is going to switch it up to the Mech Boy. Man, that's some good tea. So there was also Tex wanted to challenge Noisy as well, but it looks like they couldn't get it organised in the previous week. So the bounty was actually extended to include this week as well, but the game is going to start, so I'm going to shut up and talk about the game. Do have the Mech Boy played by Toilailee, and we do have the Force Commander for the third time in a row played by Noisy. Noisy, as shown, his Force Commander is extremely strong in previous tournaments and today. In that previous game, the level 7 Force Commander with the Thunderhammer, we could see a Thunderhammer come out once again. Thunderhammer is very good against blobby races, and that does include orcs. So sluggers and double shooters are going to come out for Toilailee, a standard build. I mean, you don't really want to go for a triple slugger build against a Force Commander with the Battle Cry because it's not going to work out too well. Mech Boy does teleport away from the Force Commander here. Actually doing a fair amount of damage to the Force Commander, does take 200 damage already. And the Force Commander is just going to walk up and walk away. Say Thunderhammer. Probably because of my accent, I'm gonna guess. I'm not very good at pronunciating my words. But Thunderhammer, Thunderhammer, same thing. Anyway, these attacks will get forced off in mid by sluggers and shooters and the Mech Boy himself. The attacks will be walking all the way back. This Mech Boy is out of cover though, so he will need to teleport away. Here comes the Force Commander though, in for the flank. This Mech Boy will get knocked down. And some shotgun scouts coming out for the first engagement. Very nice to counter sluggers when trying to charge in. These scouts are actually taking a lot of damage from these shooter boys. And the Force Commander will carry the charge in. He's taking quite a bit of damage and will retreat because he does not want to fight sluggers in melee when he's half health. These tanks are the only ones left into the fight. We do have another scout squad on the map, but they're also in base as well. The big shooters coming out for this shooter squad will suppress these tanks. In fact, these scouts are actually flanking these shooters, are behind some heavy cover and do pick off 2 models. Will force off that shooter squad. And the shotgun scouts are back in action. They will use their shotgun blast onto these sluggers. These sluggers will get out before they can get this power node down because it's not really worth it if you bleed too many models. This Mech Boy will teleport away. Could see him go back to base because he is quite low and low on energy as well. But it looks like he's going to stay in the fight. Some Storm Boys coming out, also known as Bleed Boys, for Toilailee. This Mech Boy is going to teleport away and go back to base. This shooter squad is very low for the cap. Luckily there is no sergeant on these scouts, so no chance of a retreat grenade. So we do have some shooters coming in. Their big shooters are actually going to focus down the scouts, going to switch targets now to these tacks. They do bleed a model already. Suppression does go off, but these tacks are retreating, so it doesn't even matter. The Storm Boys now coming in onto the field. Can see a battery pack getting made for the Mech Boy at this point. Does opt for the Daka. Weapon upgrade gives him 37 piercing DPS, I believe. Anyway, Toilailee is actually dropping VPs quite a bit. He's only on 324, meanwhile Noisy is on 500. So let's see if this VP play will come into effect later on with these double scouts. Be very annoying with all the capping going on. Artificer armor and the Iron Halo now for the Force Commander. He is very tanky. He will be able to get up into the face of these shooters very easily now. These Storm Boys are still sitting far away. They will jump in though. They don't have a stun or knockback or anything unless they have a Storm Boy leader, but they're bleeding quite a lot actually. Well, not bleeding quite a lot, taking a lot of damage, sorry. Retreat grenade does go down, we'll take down 3 models. Actually 2 models, sorry. And And they do cast power to reinforce, so you will need to be careful about how many of those you bleed. Mechblade with the Daka is very good at actually bleeding scouts. Now I'm right in saying that. Yeah, it's called Daka. It does do 37.8 melee, 37.8 piercing DPS. Don't think these sluggers have any business fighting the Force Commander in a choke point there, because they can't even get a surround on him. Mechblade's going to teleport away for the Force Commander. And the Iron Halo, look at the damage reduction, or how much tankier it makes the Force Commander from range damage. It is pretty beast. Scouts are going to continue to go around and capture the top and bottom VPs. Very annoying when your capping unit is a slugger boy, which can be knocked back by a shotgun blast. But the mech boy looks like he's going to go up to that top VP to sort him out. Double storm boys, in fact, actually. Very interested to see how this double storm boy squad will play out. Storm boys are going to jump into this Devastator, jump into the front of it actually, but Devs will be forced away. Storm boys do power melee DPS, so these Devastators will need to be careful since they are heavy infantry. Here come some scouts coming in with their elite training. Could see a retreat grenade, actually no we don't, because they do not have enough energy. I'm not sure if the double Storm boys was an Overwatch mistake or if that's just a very aggressive play coming in. But these generators actually are going to take a lot of damage from power melee. Drop pod does come in onto these Storm boys. Devastator setting up, Tax coming in. Tax is going to come out of this drop pod as well. And actually they're both going to jump into these devs, but they're a bit too close to base, in my opinion. And they are getting suppressed by the bolter turret. These Tax could force melee onto these Storm boys in retreat. But they will actually, the Force Commander and Scouts here, this Storm Boy squad could go down. Does actually blow up his own Force Commander there, and that one Storm Boy squad gets away with 11 HP. Mechboy being very annoying, teleporting around the map, but the VPs are still quite far behind for Toilailee though. 250 roughly to 471, let's say 249. Quite a big VP difference, and Toilailee is nowhere close to tier 2. Noisy is getting closer to tier 2. Toilailee is very poor on requisition right now with these double Storm boys, and they're very expensive to reinforce. This Force Commander in a very nice position actually, can't be meleeed or can't be surrounded because he's behind 2 bits of cover. Only one Storm boy can fight in melee and the others are having to shoot with pistols by the looks of things. Looks like Call the Boys was used for the Storm Boys to instantly reinforce. I don't know if that was correct or not. This Force Commander is just going to keep sitting here. Okay, Force Commander will back away. The Storm Boys are going to jump forward, try and get the Force Commander. The other Storm Boy is going to jump in for the finish on that Force Commander. Looks like neither squad will get the Force Commander. These Tactical Marines with 40 Emperor being used on them. But these Storm Boys will get forced off, and they have bled quite a bit. Sure Squad actually did go down. And that would be GG. Noisy wins. Noisy holds that position. 2-1. And it looks like the $20 bounty that is on Noisy